show them skills. Yeah. I do this for real. I keep it so for real. Who feeling that glow in here? I'm giving that soldier chills. My jewelry that cold as chill. Story treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, that's like I don't know no feel. See that pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, this way, right before the deal.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstated, your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You on the Christ when I breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm the sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off.
All in all, we have a pretty pleasant December day in the Volunteer State. The chilly rain from last night has moved on. The temps have bumped up a bit here at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Houston Texans. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Where are they, team? 55. Where are they, team? Where are they, team?
Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. In on the tackle, it was Duke Ejiofor.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Mariota. And he hits the running back, Dion Lewis. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones.
All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. On 2nd and 15 now. Mariota. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. Past the 20. And they will finally put an end to the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey. Because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one?
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3-and-out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3-and-out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
After the run, here's 2nd and 8 from the 27. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Taywan Taylor. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. Mariota throwing complete there to Walker. A Titan first down. Mariota to Walker.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive linemen, tight ends, sometimes an extra back, they like to run that play there and try and run over people.
From the red zone now, Mariota. Now he's flushed out right. That is caught inside the 5. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Ryan Hewitt, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and good by Succop. And we are tied at 7. 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
25 yards that time. Watson going to give this one to Miller. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
54 Mike. All day, just like that. Just like that. Bang, 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 bang. Check 9, check 9. Alert.
On second down now, it's Miller. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
We're set. 19. Come on, dude.
On first down, it's Watson. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 35. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. They come out here in the eye. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. Fairbairn able to put this one through. No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I'll guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use them a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. To the pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Brandon Dunn, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's Mariota. And the pressure gets to him again.
Mariota sacked by Jadedion Clowney. An 11-yard loss on the play. Brings up third down.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now Mariota. He finds Corey Davis. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching. The 21.
22 yards. First down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on first down. Now Mariota, and an alley to run. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 3 at the Texans' 14-yard line.
Check.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they showed passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They'll try to run for it. Lewis. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Dion Lewis, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Titans. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And now Mariota and the Titan offense, they're going to line up to go for 2.
I don't think you got it, son. Check 26.
They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he will get into the end zone. So the lead stretches from 9 up to 11. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Watson with a give to Miller. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Watson, he sets to fire deep. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. The 21st pick back in the 2016 draft, Will Fuller, and we know that he can take the top off of a defense.
He certainly can, and the way that he does it is just straight, pure speed. And I talked with one of the better defensive coordinators in the league, and I said, how do you defend that? And he said, at times, you absolutely don't. If the quarterback gets time and he heaves it downfield, Will Fuller's going to outrun any coverage you put out there.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Meanwhile, taking a look at what's going on in KC. The Chiefs have moved out in front of the Broncos in that one. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Mariota now. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. On 4th down, here's the AFC Pro Bowl punter the last 2 years. That's Brett Kern to kick it for Tennessee. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again is Watson. Caught left side, Hopkins. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Texans.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Being chased out left. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately down.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 25-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
55, Mike, 55. Watch the run. They're running. Line left. Let's go.
Here's Watson.
Let's go.
Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Fuller. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
First down.
Mike, set. 19. Hey.
On first and 10, Watson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 6 there on first.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And he will have a touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans have once again taken the lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing is Mariota. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing, Mariota. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. No.
And an alley to run. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? This is taken at his 4. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's...
You.
Back.
Koof, can you wait a little bit?
Back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend.
I'm in a league game, cuz.
I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects.
Nigga, you don't be on time no other time, advancing or nothing else. You allowed to be late.
Done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you're all looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
Who's that?
On third down, Foreman. And boy, he is very close to a first down. But from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so
You allowed to go
short.
for this?
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This would be a critical call.
Hey, listen, bro, look how you do the
Territory, needing only a few inches. They're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
Who's on your party?
They'll run.
This nigga was turned sideways, bruh.
They did.
This fucking game, man.
Call there to go for
Yo,
it.
get
And the
Burton on your
Titans,
party.
they got the football back, and
This
got
nigga
it
was
in
fucking
great
turned
field position.
sideways.
Yeah, everybody's on line too.
Try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
I don't know, bro. I'm about to see the Jaguars right now. I gotta get your man's in real
Had to
quick.
be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Tight dog. 49, check 49. Check.
From the 22, Mariota. And that is
Yeah, everybody on line, right?
He
That
couldn't
shit is
hold on
wild.
to the contact. Brings up second down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You
Hold on, it's close to our Born
He's
Jets.
going to go up top. Got a man.
Hold on, all right, got you,
Take it
got
in
you.
for a Titans touchdown.
Yeah.
A.J. Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are able to regain
Hey, yo,
Through
boy.
by Suckup. And that will make this a 4-point game.
And these niggas play on
Hey,
fucking
listen, y'all
7
I'm
minutes.
about to start another party. So we go, because it's not like
5 or
28
6.
people a party.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the
I can't believe they let
22-yard
that
line.
nigga make the tackle and he was fucking sideways. And I put the double team this nigga.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches?
Right now, you on?
Complimentary football. Offense take care of the defense. Defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession.
I'm sending it to you right now. Join my party.
For them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they
I'm about to send it to you right now, bro. Join my party.
Recover. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
All right, bet.
He's coming. You see him. He's coming.
Yo, damn, niggas blowing my phone up right now. Hold
Here's
on.
Watson.
Coach the down under pressure.
Looking
I got 8 niggas that need more invites.
That's Hopkins. And they'll get it all the way up about 5
Dave
yards shy of
Dubs.
midfield. Give them 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the
Rondo.
22.
Pick whoever, bro. The AFC.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Miller. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be
Bro,
2nd
it's
down.
there. But it's there.
Inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Can niggas stop fucking texting so I can get this everybody fucking in? Like, everybody horny and shit.
He was wide the fuck open. I gotta see that earlier.
Get everybody together. Like, niggas only see the drag time. That's why they sit.
So long, because when you get core the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game.
All niggas see is the drag time. That's it, bro. That shit crazy. Like, nobody see the behind the scenes. Like, it's chill, chill.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th
Anybody
down.
in this party need it?
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game.
Yo, little Sonny, put your brother back in the joint.
Pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot
Bro,
on
I
the gas
deleted you because
all
you weren't
game
saying
long,
nothing,
but
bro.
here
I was just trying to get
finally
everybody that
stalled
was playing in the joint. Like, if you wasn't
out.
playing, you know what I
In
mean?
the end zone, much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
Yeah.
Tennessee
Smitty,
offense
Smitty
about
right
set
now.
and ready to go. And the points, they have come fast and furious
How you spell
in
his
this
joint?
quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the
How many
ball
people you got in your joint?
because you're either thinking my replacement may get an opportunity,
USMITY.
or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't
Oh,
slow
shit.
these guys
Oh, I
down.
gave it to you.
Gotta figure out a way.
Oh, yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
slow
Smitty's in
these
it, Smitty's in it,
offenses.
Smitty's in
And
it.
typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
What?
Operating
Ron, you
from
got the invite,
27
bro.
now. Here's 2nd and 3.
All right.
To throw is Mariota.
Hey, yo, count AFC, count NFC, and then pick what team to choose.
Right at the 34 here. 7 yards there.
All right, actually, don't
first
really
down.
matter
From the
this time,
34 now, here's
Oh,
1st and 10.
Coach Goodell under shambles right now.
They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Jonathan Joseph there for the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Yo, there's hella heads in this joint. Everybody online. That's funny as shit. Yo, I really got niggas together, bro. Like,
Across the 45 before
I really got niggas together, bro. I'm really
11
Coach
yards
Goodell
there,
this
first
joint, bro.
down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for the running back to roam.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
All right, big. I'm about to start it.
J.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
Yeah, bro, I'm starting it, bro. You better get off, bro. Bro, you have the invite now.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
It's not going to pop up, bro. Hop off the K. I'm dead ass. Fuck that game, bro.
Mariota. Over the middle here to Browns. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 30. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree, getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him.
Add him to the group message as you do it, too.
12 more yards
and
there.
then tell him to drop his
First
gamer's
down.
head. What's the shit?
Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive
Join my
so
party,
far.
Ron.
From the gun, Mariota. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Yo, and this get 30 seconds a pick,
Marcus
bro.
Mariota with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Our Stephen McCuddy voted.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Warren Jet, Tommy T. All right, bet. Y'all niggas stay in here. I'm about to start I need to go to the other party so I can get the other niggas ready.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that.
They'll run with Miller, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 fourth-quarter comebacks. Only Drew Brees and the Saints had more with 6. They keep it with Miller on 1st down. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Caught, Safarian Jenkins, right side.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now it's Watson. Steps away to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Watson. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done.
Fellas, this is starting right now.
A 3 and out.
No. Give me 5 more minutes, bro. What pick am I?
Bro, why would you start a game, bro?
I didn't have a choice. It's in the league. You know how niggas is. The advances tonight, bro. I mean, I'm not going to take a loss.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition.
There's 3.5 minutes left. Can you see what pick I am?
Immeasurably. But the bottom line is,
maybe you could just pause it when you get on to me.
In order to close out the game, don't even let that become an issue.
I'll try that.
Still a one-possession game. This one's not fully over yet.
Force.
And this one taken in on the right side.
Who said we're waiting for me? Yins are drafting and pausing it when it gets to me.
The throw led him a little too far. Brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play. That means they'll need to come up with something.
You got to at least be good if you're going to talk.
To throw Mariota.
Oh my gosh, why are they trying me?
To Lewis. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
Wow.
A big play that time for the Titans. An even 50
Yo,
yards.
Zell, you see why I couldn't come through, bro?
Offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You get
into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Nigga in this weird-ass fucking offense bullshit.
Third touchdown of the game, number 7.
Fuck!
And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point put.
If I don't make the fucking playoffs at 12-4, that's some bullshit.
That is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal,
Yes,
doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession.
Khalid, can you tell me when I pick at least?
Get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position
I can't see.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the
Now niggas can't see. Now niggas is Stevie Wonder. The Steelers.
To the right side, complete to Miller. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool.
How can you see pick 25 but you can't see mine?
No doubt.
It says your next pick is pick 25. That's
right.
Watson throwing the out route incomplete. Hopkins.
Top of the screen.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Come on, baby. We got 20 seconds.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson.
Catch the fucking ball.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant to the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
I'm pick 25.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
I mean, we back up first in the 2nd round, though, right?
Here we go on 4th. Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Odell.
Watson on 1st down. And he'll find QT on the right side complete. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
What was that noise?
To throw again on 2nd down.
I don't know. We'll play by ear.
Oh my gosh, Deshaun.
At least like 15.
And it's 3rd and short. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to.
It'll take like at least an hour.
Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions
I didn't need to do it.
have the most success in this league.
8 yards, 1st down as they're able to convert. On 1st down, it's Watson. And he
Bruh, get the...
That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Watson now, throwing again. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball.
Hey, good job. Don't block him. Just let him come fucking free. Fucking
Down he
weirdo.
goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. They go again with Muhammad. And he caught it up.
Duke, shut up, bro. That's what happened with 30-second picks. Like, shut
Brandon,
up.
I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Turnover that just got them the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a 1-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here then?
No, I don't think, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team
Come on,
doesn't
nigga,
touch
just
it, but move it
fucking
with
put you
consistent
clock.
gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
It's crazy. I'm
He took Kittle first round. That's his
So the
man.
Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On 3rd down, Mariota dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
And here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
These guys are running offense like you drive.
Damn, bro, I think Melvin Gordon let me
Stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 46-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Mariota here to throw. They set up the screen for Henry. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Well, Charles,
is the Steelers pick yet? Since everybody all quiet.
The amount of points that they did.
Oh, you pick right now, bro.
Hey, pause it, bro, on everything. The game's over. I'm coming in.
To put up that number of points, continually feel
Shit
like
I
they're
do for you,
moving the
Tom.
ball,
Only 'cause the
things
shit you
are
do for
working
me.
and clicking.
I appreciate it, bro. I ain't even bullshitting. I'm waiting. I'm exiting out this game right now.
You can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run,
Come
pass, it's
on.
all going to work.
That's called being in the
Look,
zone.
everybody about to start texting the group. Whoa, what happened? What
So
the
for
post?
Tennessee, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they'll get
Come
another home
on.
date next week as the Saints will come to town.
You got back-to-backs, too.
Who?
You do your 30th pick.
Holy shit. How'd the Steelers get the 30th pick?
No.
Hold up, where we at?
That's a completely
ESPN, the
randomized.
franchise. Make your selection. Alright. Appreciate it. I'm in here.
I don't watch a movie. Hey, he hunted. Come on, Tom, come on.
The Lions are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock.
Come in.
Thought you.
Come in, baby. Come in. Giovanna Rain. That's Daddy's after me too, right? Hey, go turn it off. It's hot. It's getting cold.
The Lions are now on the clock.
Sure. Oh, different bro. Yeah.
Damn, where'd I put my shit?
The Steelers are now on the clock.
Tired.
Yeah, I know that nigga. He definitely ain't gonna be there on the way back.
The Chiefs are now on the clock.
What do you mean I reached? That's a solid ass middle linebacker.
Who'd you grab?
Deion Jones. Where the fuck did I put my drill at?
The Cardinals are now on the clock.
Who's that?
Who I play first?
The Patriots are now on the clock.
Who's taking their first L? The Patriots. Who's the Patriots?
That's my man Dave Dobbs. That boy was a dog. He's a dog.
Is that the one that beat me in the other one?
No.
The Cowboys are now on the clock.
Hey, bro.
Oh, Jim, what? You said what?
Where in the fuck is my
Come
damn...
here.
Them things need some type of like.
The Giants are now on the clock.
Hold up. I don't even make me look down there. My next pick is the damn third round, 30th pick. Holy shit. There ain't gonna be nobody left.
The Seahawks are now on the clock.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it.
Hey, yo, come on, bro. Come on. I'm about to send it.
The Titans are now on the clock.
I'm sending at 55 now, yo. Have your picks ready.
The Saints are now on the clock.
I'm closing the top of the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throw it blind in my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot.
The Eagles are now on the clock.
I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up.
The Bears are now on the clock.
You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down.
The Raiders are now on the clock.
Better see me now, on God, I'm lit. I know that you're trying to go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
The Redskins are now on the clock.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable.
The Falcons are now on the clock.
This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it.
The Panthers are now on the clock.
Tupac in imprisonment claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within. I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in.
The Colts are now on the clock.
Visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just
The Ravens are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock.
I'm
The
about to make a
Packers
play.
are now on the clock.
Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
The Jaguars are now on the clock.
A mover and a shaker, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm from DC, but I'm running through and sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, one for now and one for later. And we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week. I'm looking for a trophy competition, looking steep. Yeah, I'm training, I've been focused, I've been bombing from the deep. I'm like,
The Jets are now on the clock.
move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
Niggas think I'm playing. I'm simming at 55.
All my records go hard, this a champion hit.
Yo, I'm simming at 55 seconds. If you're not ready, that's on you. Have your pick ready.
The 49ers are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock.
All right, nigga. Nobody worried about you. All right.
The Rams are now on the clock.
Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible. I read the game. I think it's time to switch. You get hit if I miss. Then my teammates got the blitz. Yeah. Move the chains. I'm about to make a play. Move the chains. Tell them get about the way. Move the chains. I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby. Tell them move the chains.
Hey, how fit to be the boss? Let me find out. My team ballin'. You look like you need a timeout. I'm a star.
The Rams are now on the clock.
Working hard. Yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on. Took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings. I
Definitely don't need a DV.
gotta go hard. I could never play soft. Giant in New York. I run it back like Saquon. And I gotta win no matter what. Like 4th down, Hail Mary, no punch. Like every time I touch down, I gotta stunt.
The Browns are now on the clock.
All these trophies, what do I need any more for? Check the stats up, you can check the scoreboard. Check the stats, Jay Critch, I'm the QB. Ran it up and then I went and got a new freeze. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a
The 49ers are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock.
Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I could never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong.
This joint moving actually pretty fast though. We in the 3rd round already. That's good for like all these niggas. Like I didn't been in drafts, but it been like 18 niggas, and we still in the 2nd round right now.
We're picking in 3rd round. What pick is it in the 3rd round?
The Jaguars are now on the clock.
Nope.
The Packers are now on the clock.
Look, now you see how everybody picking fast? Ew. Dancing? You're right. You're right.
The Dolphins are now on the clock.
Hey.
The Ravens are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock.
Hey, right, Jay. Thanks. Fireworks?
I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I copy.
The Redskins are now on the clock.
This is dirty now. Gotta throw it away.
The Raiders are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock.
They lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. High boy, just consider me flammable. Good shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dials, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears is glorious. I remember
The
when
Saints are now on the clock.
Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold.
The Titans are now on the clock.
Celebrate, I'm cocky. I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man. Oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me.
The Seahawks are now on the clock.
I do what I want.
The Giants are now on the clock.
Smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard.
The Cowboys are now on the clock.
I need a ring and a trophy.
The Patriots are now on the clock.
Like a turkey, I run straight through the D like a train. This shit we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk.
What's on?
Making the name.
The Cardinals are now on the clock.
See my round took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. Try not to fumble. Young man rumble. Never slip nor stumble.
That's dirty, that's dirty.
Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100 yard dash.
The Chiefs are now on the clock. The Steelers are now on the clock.
Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden lead. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag of off me.
Oh, yeah, that might be one that's good, so bad.
I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close.
The Lions are now on the clock.
My team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is.
Oh, that was my fault. That picture took that long. Tone, what are you doing, bro?
I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack.
Hey, can I have my phone?
Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden lead. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and
The
get
Vikings
Gee, I need my
are now on
phone.
the clock.
Yeah, I need my phone.
Tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy. Tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass.
The Lions are now on the clock.
I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you
The Steelers are now on the clock.
2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close.
I'm here, hold up.
Come on, bro. You missed your other pick.
I know that, bro. I'm doing a lot right now. Where's the, there it is. Oh, yeah. Young Bull.
The Chiefs are now
Good
on the
pick.
clock. The Cardinals are now on the clock.
Watch out flip. Watch out whip. I'm in the whip. I'm in the wrist. I never switch. Ice in the wrist. Car on the wrist. All in the wrist. Watch out flip. Watch out whip. I'm in the whip. All in the wrist. I never switch.
The Patriots are now on the clock.
I get the money, but I never switch. They say you switch, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit. I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, huh? They act like they made us, huh? You know I'm icy in Vegas, huh? This for the that haters, huh? I make a lot of new money, huh? When it's not savers, you be liking my flavor, huh? I think it's cause I on the wrist.
The Cowboys are now on the clock.
Oh, hold on. They took my boy?
The Giants are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock.
If I got like a elusive back, can I turn him into like a receiving back?
Are now on the clock.
Bro, I don't know, bro. I'm sick. I lost my pick, bro.
Who do you want?
I wanted CJ Mosley, bro. No, he's still there. What?
The Saints are now on the clock.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Yeah, he dropped the ball on that one. Shit.
Bro, I got somebody nutty, bro.
I'm going.
I'm sick.
The Eagles are now on the clock.
Yeah, we gotta go here.
I'm not worried about
The
that.
Bears are now on the clock.
I need a linebacker at D1 and that's okay.
The Raiders are now on the clock.
I'm in the whip. I'm in the wrist. I never switch.
The Redskins are now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock.
I need this one. I need him. I know he's not gonna put it.
The Panthers are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock.
Every single last one of them got my back. 20 of us, that's 20 goons and ice cream.
The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock.
Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me. No conversation, ain't got time for no debate. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my
The Jaguars are now on the clock.
One for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon'
The Jets are now on the clock.
not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
The 49ers are now on the clock. Browns are now on the clock.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Say packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room.
The Rams are now on the clock.
Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me, oh that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds.
The Rams are now on the clock.
No! Fuck. Bro, I swear the Rams been on the board every time.
Nigga, hell yeah. Like, and this nigga just stole my fucking... Motherfucker. That sucks. That sucks. That sucks. Fucking sucks. Who took that nigga, bro? Damn. Let's go somewhere else then. That was my pick.
I don't gotta answer questions, and I don't need you to okay it. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds.
The Browns are now on the clock.
Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
No wonder that Kevin Byron.
Bro, there are so many niggas in this draft, bro. Like, it's not even a joke.
The 49ers are now on the clock. The Texans
So they're gonna take.
are
They're
now on
gonna
the
take
clock.
what's his nigga name? Patrick Chung off the game.
What happened?
Huh?
What happened to Patrick Chung?
Yeah, he was moving cocaine.
The Jets are now on the clock.
Oh, for real?
We got touch, he gon' ride. He must climb, he must climb. He gon' go on my prime.
Huh?
Oh, he must have
God
been moving
damn.
big drugs, man.
All the receivers is going.
Why niggas? That's no cool.
The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
The Bills
And they real talk.
The Panthers.
I got some rickety rackets. Bro, I'm not even picking. What are you talking about? I'm the Steelers. I wasn't, because I wasn't even on. I was doing something. Who? Who never picked their team?
No, I'm on the phone.
Oh, I was about to say, what?
Hold on.
I'm not liking this draft, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, nah.
Bruh, just think, I gotta wait fucking damn near. I got the 30th. Me neither.
Oh, y'all tweaking.
Zach Ertz, Byron Jones, DeMarcus Lawrence, Desmond King, Marquise Brown. Damn.
I'm picking.
Damn, you picked Marquise Brown that quick?
Damn, they got Marquise Brown, 97 speed?
Hold on. It's me.
That speed don't mean shit if you can't get the ball off.
The Eagles are now on the
Mitchell.
The Saints are now on the clock.
Damn, I'm not kicking to a buck.
I know, when is my next pick?
The Titans are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now
Round 5, pick 30. Are we coming up? We gotta go offense. Who? DeMar Dodson.
The Giants are now on the clock.
Marcus Joyner. He's just too small.
The way that I've been ballin' should make the cover of 2K. Show out for the summer, I might pull up in a new race. This the only game that's gonna only get you crew chase. And we house it down, better tighten up your shoelace. We'll go get up close and let the Glock 22 spray. We pop out at your party.
Damn, I was gonna pick him too.
It's gonna be a robbery, so tuck your chain. I'm a killer, girl, I'm sorry, but I can't change. We ain't aiming for your body, shots hit your brain. We come from poverty, man, we ain't have a thing.
There's a lot of
animosity, but they won't say my name. Them killers rhyme for me, little nigga, don't get banged.
We gotta go offense.
Job for me while I hop on the plane.
The Chiefs are now on the clock.
Yeah, we gotta go offense. We gotta get a quarterback. And then we can do whatever. Our quarterback and running back will be solidified. Linebackers is cool. Where's the
Steelers are now on the clock.
What? This nigga's a star? At an 82? Shit, I'm up now.
The Steelers got like 20 picks, and that's on God.
Yeah, right.
You been picking every single time.
Everybody been picking every time.
No, I'm talking about like you like back to back to back, like.
Oh, I got you.
Chris Carson, trash.
Come on, bro. Come on.
I'm coming, bro. Sheesh.
Oh, because I don't want niggas complaining, bro. Because I'm simming everybody.
Alright.
Come on, bro.
The Lions are now on the clock.
Damn.
The Vikings are now on the clock.
Gotta rush the pick now.
Right back up.
I ain't hear you say that to nobody else.
You tripping, bro. I've been skipping niggas, bro. At 55.
I ain't been paying attention to that.
Look in the group chat.
Hell no, that's too much. Every time I look in there, there's like 100-something messages.
Well, that niggas is getting on his ass. He's looking.
Yeah, bro. And they talking about you.
I ain't gonna lie. The one time I wasn't in there, bro.
But I wasn't paying attention either. And the joint went all the way down to 0. I told niggas I told niggas somebody was in my door.
Philip Lindsay or James White?
You back up, Tom.
The Steelers are now on the clock.
Alright.
I know you tired of seeing a nigga like that, but it ain't my fault, little bitch, They call it a cop, girl. And I know you say you down the ride and that you keep it real. But then you know that it's something that I ain't never feel. But I feel it when I'm with you. I'm trying to get it.
Are now on the clock.
Never matter what speed they going. Real baby, let me say.
The Cardinals are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock.
DJ Durrell.
The Cowboys are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock.
You tripping. I'll take Shazier. Tripping.
The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock.
The left tackles be old, yo.
The Bears are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock.
Yeah.
Now she walk around, ooh, freeze, please, punch up, me, swerve the coupe, drop my top and shoot. You say you got troops, can't get no straighter on you. I put on boot, so I can fuck this hoe like a she know what to do. Let her take a brick on who. Connect like Bluetooth, cooked up with a silver spoon. I can turn my house to a bank, watch me fill the room. All these turkeys and birds, look like a pill room.
The Redskins are now on the clock.
Finish move.
The Falcons are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock.
Hey, Leak.
Yo.
How long we running this for?
I don't know, bro. I don't even know.
So what was we ain't finished another one?
No, bro. I just started a new one. Ain't no point in having. I'm not running two different Johns. I don't got time for that.
Fuck the niggas. It was undefeated.
Bro, only reason I did this one is because people who didn't pick a team. Like,
I knew that was gonna happen as soon as you said about a new league. I knew we wasn't gonna finish that one.
yeah, I kind of knew that too. Oh, shit.
The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock.
I wish you could set up a draft board. I feel like my team is going to be straight ass. Everybody I was looking at is coming off the clock. I got my Celtics. Now you laying down the rules in this one, you know what I mean? So when there ain't no confusion. Excuse me. Excuse me.
The Jaguars are now on the clock.
Hello? That's the Jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my Jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack my bad, but I'm past that with an ass back. That's cash when the money.
The Packers are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock.
What's up? Why you listening? Huh? What's your name? No, it's right here. Right here. Right here.
Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't getting.
The Ravens are now on the clock.
First of the month, I'm a running back.
The Panthers are now on the clock.
48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
The Falcons are now on the clock. The Redskins are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Saints are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock.
What is niggas doing? Bro, come on. Huh? The Eagles?
The Cardinals are now on the clock.
Bro, it said 30 seconds.
The Chiefs are now on the clock.
No, bro, I waited the 30 seconds. I skipped one, too.
The Lions are now on the clock.
All right, which on my party?
I just ran a checkup on myself.
The Vikings are now on the clock.
I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still by me.
The Vikings are now on the clock.
By myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I step like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian.
The Lions are now on the clock. The Steelers are now on the clock.
Oh, come on. Oh, Gabe, I had you muted the whole time. I had you muted the whole time. I didn't realize.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself.
Yeah, I did.
The Chiefs are now on the clock.
Thank the Lord for my people in my health.
Yeah. I need to grab the wide out.
The Patriots are now on the clock.
My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself.
I always get it tight end. You right. I'm gonna grab
The Cowboys are now on the clock.
I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself.
Yes.
I'ma get it by myself.
All right, 1 second.
Either way, I don't even gotta say what
Grab her then.
I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray. Make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way. Cause my bros on the way. I got stones on my gold. I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up.
The Giants are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock.
It's not even the pick I wanted. Oh my god.
Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still
The Titans are now on the clock.
I'm still in the Saints, right?
I could get it by myself.
Yeah, I am.
I could get
The
there by
Eagles
myself.
are now on the
I'ma
clock.
get there by myself, yeah.
The Bears are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the
That was
clock.
like once. That was so easy.
The Redskins are now on the clock.
I wanted to grab a receiver. What am I doing?
The Falcons are now on the clock.
100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted.
That's cool. I'm cool with all these.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Flex mode, this ain't Southwest.
The Ravens are now on the clock.
Gotta shut the cell off cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be best though. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see
The Bills are now on the clock.
I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
No, it's not, bro.
Big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big
Action.
number. Big numbers.
I don't know what Ashley's doing.
The Dolphins are now on the clock.
Yeah, wrist, man. Check
The Packers
wrist, man.
are now on the clock.
Man can't ball like this, man.
Oh, didn't the Packers say you could skip?
That's the biggest scam when he stretch your distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards. You just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me cause her like she can't count on him.
Yeah, it says Packers lost.
The Jaguars are now on the clock.
We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers.
The Jets are now on the clock.
100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team
The Texans are now on the clock.
big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team count, that's a big number.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog.
The 49ers are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock.
This be the green light. Go. Ties burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot. No see where all the sun rays.
The Rams are now on the clock.
All being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred. Meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rocking over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
The Rams are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock.
What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets? That's a close encounter of what kind?
The 49ers are now on the clock.
Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes.
The Texans are now on the clock.
We'll move it all simultaneously over joints you rock. Re-earn 30 years so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. Relieving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
The Jets are now on the clock.
Can you rock it like rockets full? That's a close encounter of what kind?
The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock.
Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Steady. To the letter right. Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets? That's a close encounter of what kind? But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock.
I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver, I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. Someone tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Always staying.
The Ravens are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock.
No, bro. Someone sent me a party invite. My fault. I missed the Packers joint
Redskins are
too.
now on the clock.
I wish somebody.
The Raiders are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Saints are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock.
Who's there?
The Giants are now on the clock.
I'm in.
Slowly on top of the throne. I am a king
Grab your hand.
Hop on a jet across the road. I get some borders, my
You going
homie
to
is
sleep?
running meal, cause bird in my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows if you
The
look at my
Cowboys are now on the clock.
They showing me love.
Oh, my pick.
These ain't hippies. Women like think you know what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes. They do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Give everyone jobs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad.
The Patriots are now on the clock.
Rings to the team. I feel Jackson at heart. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of the dudes to do well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me. Just win for me. Don't kill for me. Just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together. Leave the bill for me like.
My phone?
Hand on my heart. I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God.
The Cardinals are now on the clock.
Hold on, where's mommy? Yeah.
Determination, laser focus, banging on they know they taking notice.
There.
Determination, laser focus, banging on they know they taking
Hey, yo,
notice.
my D line is on some OC.
Yeah.
I got 3 right ends. I didn't even pee.
The
Come on,
Chiefs
Gabe.
are now on the clock.
Someone's in here?
We ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits.
I'm here, cuz. I'm picking. Where'd he go? There he goes.
I got boys camping out right now.
Bruh, I took 5 seconds.
No, bro, go ahead.
Fuck them niggas, guys. You the commish, remember? They move when you move.
The Vikings are now on the clock.
Pompey don't want to win. He want to draft this squad. He don't want to win. It's in the game. Hold on, Buster forfeited.
The Vikings are now on the clock.
All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have? Look in the mirror now.
I'm winning that
like a
drone.
savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to back.
What? How you know I ain't gonna lose my first game? You said a couple weeks. I don't play you first week of the season. We don't play the first week. Oh, you're talking about in that league. I thought you were talking about this one.
You, Tom?
I got you.
86. Bro, I got no line.
Well, I want to draft. Hold up. Did somebody just pick Eric Ebron? Oh, fuck. Well, why was he still up there? You're good.
Are now on the clock. The Cardinals are now on the clock.
Come up here. Floor's dirty. Come up here. Sit with me. You want to listen to mommy? Come on.
The Patriots are now on the clock.
Like that.
The Cowboys are now on the clock.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow.
At this point, I might just take this shitty line.
Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week.
The Giants are now on the clock.
When they come to handles, never had one.
The Seahawks are now on the clock.
Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now.
The Titans are now on the clock.
Better run up the cash and love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the
The Saints are now on the clock.
I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock.
The Eagles are now on the clock.
One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Know you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it
The Bears are now on the clock.
I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you're trying to go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it.
The Raiders are now on the clock.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
The Redskins are now on the
Turn the
clock.
fan back on.
The Falcons are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock.
It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any
The
flow.
Bills are now on the clock.
It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel
Yo,
it.
Michael, what boys talking about? I don't got my phones.
Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still
The
guaranteed
Dolphins
my
are now
win.
on the
This is
clock.
coming from within, I stuff for it, I don't pretend. When the OG
The
spilling
Packers
knowledge,
are now
better
on the
soak
clock.
it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them
The
fixing
Jaguars
Yo,
are now on
Michael.
the clock.
focused in.
The Jets are now on the clock.
I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion.
Yo, Fetty.
The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top
The
position, ain't no
Texans are now on the
competition,
clock.
man. Pull up in the top is missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is in. It's the young,
Yeah, what are boys talking about in the group chat?
unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
The 49ers are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock.
That's what I'm saying, bro. You got all this time to look. It's hard for me because I have to look and then I can't like advance sometimes. I don't get a chance to look at my players. I have to watch everybody's time.
The Rams are now on the clock. The Rams are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock.
I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
I've been doing 45. 55 trying to quit.
But I'm running through and sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, one for now and one for later. And we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week. I'm looking for
The 49ers are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock.
Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Move the needle for the city like the championships. All my records go hard, this a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Good to hear with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I can put them to the fire, then I make them. I'ma break them, I'm a Hall of Fame legend. They should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about
The Jets are now on the clock.
I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me. I am up, number 1 seed. Ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. I be booted up,
The Jaguars are now on the clock.
team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit, if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz. Yeah, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
The Packers are now on the clock.
What I do?
Tony Tone here?
Yes, sir. I ain't up for a while, bro.
The Dolphins are now on the clock.
Nah, bro, I'm just making sure because I just want you to get your niggas.
Matt Breida was still here? Hey, whoever, I'm gonna have a tough season.
The Panthers are now on the clock.
This nigga, the Ravens, bro, his team is loaded.
Tommy T.
His team is loaded. Is he in here?
No, Tommy T average though. He should be able to be
on the clock.
You said he's a dog.
I said he's average.
Nah, earlier whenever I asked about him, you said he was a dog.
The Redskins are now on the clock.
It must have been somebody different. Oh no, everybody's been asking me that question. Came said, who's in my division? Came by the run.
My driving.
Oh.
The Bears are now on the clock.
I wish somebody else could send the picks for me, bro. I can't do no scouting. Like, this is crazy.
The Eagles are now on the clock.
Definitely grabbing that boy. He's a dog. I'm not gonna tell you,
The
bro.
Saints
Chill.
are now on the clock.
Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never.
I feel like this, Superman.
The Titans are now on the clock.
That's the only hint I'll give you.
The Giants are now on the clock.
The Superman of basketball.
The Cowboys are now on the clock.
That boy Shaq Lawson. I mean Shaq Thompson.
The Patriots are now on the clock.
No, my man Dubs is here.
The Cardinals are now on the
clock. No, I told you, bro. Look, he just picked.
The Chiefs are now on the clock.
Bro, my defense is loaded. Bro, he got 4.
They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced.
I got wide out here though.
When attack like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. High boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big jobs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors.
Oh man, my fault.
Blood, sweat, tears is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Got it on.
The Steelers are now on the clock.
I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I copy, I do my dance, jump in
The Lions are now on the clock.
Man, I'll deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Put in the
Oh my gosh, bro! Almost hit into the draft. Yo, boys would have been hot.
The Vikings are now on the clock.
I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best because I am. It's no need in keeping it low key. I can cover the D like a
Oh
train.
my
I
god,
take through the D like a train.
he's dressed in dirty.
No losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash
Vikings.
talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coast regret even letting them stay in the game. Team around
The Lions are now on the clock.
I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Pick on the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not.
The Steelers are now on the clock.
Dash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash.
I'm picking.
get Kyle. Cone is the worst draft that I ever saw, yeah.
Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some.
The Chiefs are now on the clock.
And tell your daddy, and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama, and tell your daddy, and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some, if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass.
Oh no.
The Cardinals are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock.
When I'm in a mud league, 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, I get it.
The Cowboys are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock.
I need a corner.
The Eagles are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock.
Oh, I hope I get my boy, yo. I should have grabbed him now.
The Raiders are now on the clock.
Oh, this lead, you come back, yo.
The Redskins are now on the clock.
And the Seahawks. Remember that, Michael?
The Falcons are now on the clock.
My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, now get it. Big Snoop Dogg.
The Panthers are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock.
You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit. I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I told no risk. Why bet you wanna be famous,
The Texans are now on the clock.
I make a lot of new money, when it's not saving. You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause. Watch out, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch. Ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist.
The 49ers are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The Rams are now on the clock.
Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fish. Every then back then, you had a zip. Blood back then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things pull out the bip. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
out Rashawn Melvin.
The Rams are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock.
Yo, boys just drafted fast as shit.
The Panthers are now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock. The Redskins are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressed, every single last one of them got my back.
The Eagles are now on the clock.
20 of us, that's 20 goons.
The Saints are now on the clock.
Triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left.
The Titans are now on the clock.
We all got them baguettes, hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide.
The Seahawks are now on the clock.
Knows my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. You know my dogs, stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
Oh, Seahawks said skip him. That's my fault.
The Giants are now on the clock.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got your
The Patriots are now on the clock.
Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one.
The Cardinals are now on the clock.
The
The Chiefs are now on the clock.
30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
The Steelers are now on the clock.
Come down, hotel, lobby.
20 tone.
What now? 11 a.m. Check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess on my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day
The Lions are now on the clock.
Damn, nigga, I was picking.
The Vikings are now on the clock.
Nigga, we said your name 7 times.
What's that mean just because I ain't answered?
The Vikings
I've
are
been
now
picking.
on the
I told you I'd let you know when I wasn't, bro. This nigga gave me like 10 seconds. Who the fuck did they pick, man?
The Lions are now on the clock.
Oh, I don't want him as a quarterback. Yeah, and I didn't even want who the fuck they picked. Josh Rosen. Who the fuck is texting me?
The Steelers are now on the clock.
Khalik, I'm picking, okay?
The Chiefs are now on the clock.
Yeah.
The Cardinals are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock.
Oh yeah.
The Titans are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock.
Go.
The Raiders are now on the clock.
Yeah. Well, once you go to it once, just save it on there, and it'll be on there.
Bro, the Chargers got a stacked squad, bro. Yo, Cave, go to the Chargers real quick.
The Redskins are now on the clock.
Yeah.
The Falcons are now on the clock.
The Chargers are stacked, yo.
The Panthers are now on the clock.
I ain't come to play with you, life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. Early I'm up, I can't spend a day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I didn't know my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support rod, lifting up. Never not on my grind. New York City time.
The Ravens are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock.
Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know. You ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field.
Is it him or Melvin?
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good. We don't
Yeah, I saw that. I saw you grab him.
The Packers are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock.
Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes.
The Jets are now on the clock.
Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab the few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please.
The 49ers are now on the clock.
Stop you in your tracks. There's not no preseason. We see things.
The Browns are now on the clock.
Forget it, might as well
The Rams are now on the clock.
What you wanna be when you grow up?
The Rams are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock.
Like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let it.
The 49ers are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock.
On the job, you can see that. On my head is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's.
Oh yeah. All right, I know I'm next fit.
The Jets are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock.
Look at my squad,
the Bills are now on the clock.
Oh, look at yours, bro. I don't have time.
The Ravens are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock.
I gotta sim everybody and shit.
Bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money.
The Falcons are now on the clock. The Redskins are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock.
Yo, Savage is last game is crazy. Yes. I did grab a 5'9" bull, but I'm gonna put him in the slot, bro. I mean, it doesn't matter. It matters a little bit, but like if you go against a big receiver, it's over. Today. Yo, Kane, check for me to see if the Bears said the same.
The Eagles are now on the clock.
I said.
The Saints are now on the clock.
Yeah.
The Titans are now on the clock.
Make my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit.
The Seahawks are now on the clock.
Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm time to bring the bass bird.
The Giants are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock.
Hey, yo. We running it, bro? We play
The
first.
Patriots are now on the clock.
Yeah.
The Cardinals are now on the clock.
Might as well get that out the way tonight.
The Chiefs are now on the clock.
I heard it. I play the Giants first. Who said that? Fetty? That might be preseason. My fault. Let me check. Throwing you up.
I'm on. I'm picking. Oh, somebody took him.
I don't know why I said that. Yeah, I played Cowboys week 1.
Somebody took him. Who took Isabella?
You trying to run or what?
Oh, he's still there.
No, bro, we played week 1. I'm simming right to this regular season. I'm about to send the rest of this draft, bro.
The Vikings are now on the clock. The Vikings are now
I know niggas ain't stay up this long for you to sim it.
Man, it's 12:51. I ain't even the time.
The Lions are now on the clock.
It's up to you, bro. I'm trying to play, but man, if you really not taking.
No, not now.
The Steelers are now on the clock.
Hold up, I'm on. I'm picking.
Yeah, I got my core players, Joe. Like, I mean,
don't finish your story.
you got 2 linebackers, 3 ends.
Where is it?
I guess I could use another backer or use a backer, another backer. You got a lineman.
The Chiefs are now on the clock.
Ooh.
That's the best one?
Bro, Thomas Davis is...
I mean, if you like him, I love it.
Oh yeah, I know how I'm grabbing. Oh yeah. Oh, my fault.
The Cardinals are now on the clock.
Yo, they on tone ass in this joint. Ew.
The Patriots are now on the clock.
You, what you in college, bro? Where you go? Oh, you play football.
The Cowboys are now on the
They
clock.
green, ain't?
The Giants are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock.
AD2, right? AD1? So, who y'all play on Saturday? That's a rivalry. I know a bunch of niggas down there because I went to AB, Artists and Brothers. There's mad niggas from VA down there. For real?
The Titans are now
That
on
school
the
was
clock.
ass. I only went there for a semester. I transferred there. I was gonna be like a grad boy.
The Saints are now on the clock.
I was only there for a semester because I was actually about to play legally for real. And then a new head coach came in. He was like,
The
"Yo, you
Eagles
ineligible.
are now
We
on the
can't-
clock.
We gotta play your Scally."
The Raiders are now on the clock. The Redskins are now on the clock.
Hey, yo, I need some insider information. I got to put some
The
bread on
Falcons
y'all.
are now on the
They gonna
clock.
beat ODU? I need to put some bread on y'all.
The Panthers are now on the clock.
Bro, alright, bro. Like, yo, if you can't win with your squad right now, you chips. Like, human being. Like,
what you mean by that, bro? You could have somebody
bro,
with a
my
dope ass squad that ain't no good, don't know how to use them.
Bro, I got Cam Newton, Lev Bell, Brandon Cooks, Devontae Parker, Kyle Rudolph.
And I bet you I'll smack you with my team.
Never. Melvin Gordon, Trey Flowers, Gerald McCoy. I'm gonna be on that ass, bro.
What division you in?
I'm the Cowboys. Brian Sagier,
Oh,
Shaq
you
Thompson,
lucky.
Ruben Foster. Stop playing.
Who's that, your mom?
That's me.
Oh, you.
Really?
Micah Hyde, Tony Jefferson. I'm about to grab a kicker just cause. Matter of fact, I am about to grab a kicker.
The Dolphins are now on the clock.
My fault, because I don't get the scout.
Jaguars are now on
Let's let my team be shitty. I was looking at my squad.
The Texans are now on the clock.
What position you play, bro? Yeah. You from VA or something?
The 49ers are now on the clock.
You know Breon and the niggas? Like Breon. Who else?
The Rams are now on the clock.
The twin, yeah. Yeah, that's my man. Breon, Fred.
The Rams are now on the clock.
Tyler Hargrove. All them niggas from around there. Who else?
The Browns are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock.
I'm going to give you the beam, bro. I'm sending this, John. You and Tone can come box me, yo. I'm about to send this, John.
What? This nigga's talking about Simmons. Bro, that's why we need more than one Comish.
The Packers are now on
Because you can't just keep go off. You can't do everything off of how you feel, bro.
The Dolphins
yeah.
are now on the clock.
This nigga got what he want, now he want to be done.
The Ravens are now on the clock.
For real, we should have more than one Comish.
Bro, it's not even that. I'm like, yo.
The very first. No, I don't. I don't got my whole start. You can't have a whole starting lineup, but you gotta pick. Neither do I, my nigga.
The Falcons are now on the clock.
Damn.
Niggas is just terrible.
What's the rush?
Hey, yo, boys.
What's the rush, bro?
The Redskins.
Y'all rushed to get the one season over. Now you trying to rush through this drive. Niggas ain't gonna get who they want and want to redraft again.
Never. I'm up. I'm trying to play. For real. I'm trying to play my opponent. He on Z's.
The Eagles are now on the clock.
Yo, Zell, you're not gonna make no noise, bro.
What division you in, Zell?
The Titans are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock.
Who's your team? Oh, so you're in the AFC. Yeah, I ain't hear that. You're not going nowhere. You gotta get past me. The Steelers, guys.
The Patriots are now on the clock.
Let me see if we got you on the regular season schedule.
The Chiefs are now on the clock.
Dolphins, though. Yup. Week 8, baby. Oh shit, my pick's coming up. What do I need right now? Who the fuck is my tight end? Oh yeah. So I need a okay. Sing it, hey.
Alright, it's probably about to be my. Oh shit, that's my fault.
Oh Lord. I just want to borrow 100 summers. Seems to my niggas going under. How we made it out alive, sometimes I wonder. Cause we've been going to war since.
The Lions are now on the clock.
Alright.
The Vikings are now on the clock.
What I need now is center and a right tackle. After I picked them two.
The Lions are now on the clock. The Steelers are now on the clock.
Oh, I'm up.
I can't even get crafty with the picks like this. Shit bad. I know I'm gonna be straight. Like I'm just saying, like niggas y'all gotta worry about nothing. All y'all niggas are doing looking at the draft boards the whole time, getting all the the gems and shit.
The Cardinals are now on the clock.
This one.
I ain't even going. Yeah, that's about it for me too, bro.
I'm going to round 20.
It's round 18.
The Patriots are now on the clock.
Nah, I put it down to like 20.
The Cowboys.
I should turn that bitch off though. Yeah, I'll do it that way.
The Giants are now on the clock.
Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from
Yo, he shot.
my man tripping cause I got it.
The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Saints are now on the clock.
I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
The Eagles are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock.
I had Taco Bell today like a nasty boy.
The Raiders are now on the clock. The Redskins are now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock.
Yeah. Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM.
Still there, that's
cool. Flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad pesto.
The Ravens are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock.
Mexican dummy pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Put numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard.
Hey,
the Dolphins are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Hey.
The 49ers are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock.
I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand.
The Browns out, right?
Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey,
the Rams are now on the clock. The Rams are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock.
Go in here, right?
The Texans are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock.
Shit.
The Dolphins are now on the clock.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog.
The Bills are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The
Man, this is my boy Kurt. He said boys is anxious.
The Falcons are now on the clock.
Hey yo. All house rules, bro. I put it in the group message. 4th down. Can't go for it on 4th down unless it's 4th quarter. And you down.
When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot.
The Redskins are now on the clock.
That's how we rocking now, Brody.
The Bears are now on the clock.
Playing real football, Brody.
The Eagles are now on the clock.
Yo, honey, that's what I was saying too. No, but we better have that rule in place though, bro.
The Saints are now on the clock.
Yeah.
The Titans are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock.
Like basically 21. Yeah, like after 20.
The Giants are now on the
No,
clock.
you won't get a round 21 pick. You'll get a 20 pick though. Nobody should know.
The Patriots are now on the
Niggas tripping,
clock.
leaving all these good ass bags on the board. That took Lamar. Bro, someone took him early. Actually, the Steelers
The
took
Cardinals
him.
are now on the clock.
Bro, who's your first back? Who's your first back?
The Chiefs are now on the clock. The Steelers are now on the clock.
What Hold on, why can't you do that week 1 though? So you want bro? You get your experience during the season. We don't do no preseason over here, bro. Niggas. Oh, the niggas want. All right, look, bro. You get the niggas you want to focus on and what your depth chart. All right, bet. That's it. I thought you were talking about some week to week, like niggas develop. Oh.
The Lions are now on the clock.
Yo, every time.
The Vikings are now on the clock.
Oh, all right, bet.
The Vikings.
All right, Zelly. I'll go off you then, man. Bro, I need an HBO documentary about this behind-the-scenes Knish shit, bro. Niggas don't know.
The Lions are now on the clock.
Real red. Niggas got minus 25 personalities. Niggas got minus 25 personalities.
The Steelers are now on the clock.
Yo, Tone, are you picking, bro? You didn't even pick last time.
The Chiefs are now on the clock. The Cardinals are now on the clock.
The only good niggas left are backs, though, and some receivers.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I get the board in my home and there's so many bills. Bird in my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell as a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs and hippies. Women like think you know what I'm about.
Me?
The stereotypes. They do not
I'm the Cowboys.
give everyone jobs. I'm not a guard. Go hawk with a squad. I'm playing my part, but I'm LeBron. Rings to the team after Jackson and hard.
Yeah. Pull up.
Couple of homies be making it. I just want all of the dudes to the well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me.
I'm telling you right now.
Don't kill for me. Just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together. Leave the bill for me like.
I was just fucking with niggas chill.
I give it all I got.
Yo, what are you doing, Cade?
The Patriots are now on the clock.
Yo, Cade, you talk the most shit in the group chat, bro. You be blowing my shit.
The
Oh,
Cowboys
why are
are
we
now
starting so late?
Clock like that, bro.
The Giants are now on the clock.
Bro,
The Titans are now on the
All right,
clock.
hold on, Cole. Don't send
Bro,
my-
niggas can't drop 12 niggas in the
Saints are
coverage.
now on the clock.
That's like, bro, nobody like when you drop two like your whole D line in coverage and you only got one nigga rushing. Yeah, you can, bro. All you gotta do is give your DNs in zone coverage.
That's all.
And you got like 9 niggas covering the field.
Alright, who New Orleans? We should.
Look, I'm about to spice it. Look.
Let's get some more picks out the way, bro. Cole trying to put the group chat in the uproar.
The Raiders are now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock.
You just got Naeem Hines?
I told you my starter.
I think he dogged me the one game, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, this is a different defense though, Juan.
My defense crazy too, bro.
Yo, I think everybody defense a little crazy.
Me too, defense, bro.
That's Cave's nut ass, bro.
The Ravens are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock.
Yeah, I'm trying to play my mans though. Damn.
How could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me. Do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use it. Can't treat you like my
The
ace.
Dolphins are now on the
Many
clock.
problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, and look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get drown out my problems, let me point up and it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen.
Look, niggas let me know who the guy no more. Where my opponent at? The Giants.
You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
The Packers are now on the clock.
Cuz, bro, I'm making this 32 teams, bro. Yeah, bro, yeah, you can trade with somebody, bro. I ain't worried about that. You just gotta go through me first. Just let me know. Bro, I'm fried, bro. My fault. I'm over here doing a whole bunch of other shit. If niggas not getting sim, yeah, my fault. I'm bad.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up.
The Jaguars are now on the clock.
It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it.
Baby Dubs.
Took the goal.
What's up, my good brother?
Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one.
Man, like, yo, we going one more fucking round, man. Y'all horny as shit. Y'all horny as dog shit. Yeah, man. 22, man. 22 babies. I'm about to start putting the opponents in now. I'm about to play my man tonight. Hopefully. Check your schedule. Let me know who it is. I'll tell you.
The 49ers
Yes, sir. I'm giving niggas like 3 minutes to adjust their lineup, then I'm sending.
The Browns are now on the clock.
That's my man Cinco. He did get off. I don't know if he went to sleep or not. I'm about to call him. Alright. Hold on, this nigga connecting.
The Rams are now on the clock. The Rams are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock.
You in bed? You in the bun. Poor connection. He in the bun for surely.
The Texans
I know the poor connection from Wancho. He's in the bun. Hey, bro, your opponent's trying to play you, brother.
The Jets are now on the clock.
Yeah, give me that work and I can sell it, I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence.
commonly, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them
The
fixing
Jaguars are now on the clock.
I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion.
Niggas not even telling me to send no more. I'm so cool
on
on
the
my
clock.
phone. Man, I'm ready to look at my team.
I stay on the mission, coming for
The Bills are now on the clock.
competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing.
The Ravens are now on the clock.
Yes, sir.
The Panthers are now on the clock.
What's up with you, brother?
Incredible, honestly
Man, trying to get my
unforgettable. You
team
would joke
right.
like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
We at you, Max.
Incredible, honestly unforgettable. You would joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my
Yeah,
millennials.
he was in
I
the
be
NFC.
murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
What? Yeah.
Right. I called back. She said, "How you let my little cousin win the whole jump?" I said, "Bro,
Beats me, bro.
oh no."
Oh, there
He
you
was
go,
on some shit.
Max. There you go, Max.
Max, that's your appointment.
The
That's your
Making
appointment,
league
Max.
history. Real shit.
The
Real
Redskins
shit,
are now on the
Yo,
clock.
Max, he plays Cinco, bro.
The
Shit,
Ravens
she
are
wanna
now
play
on
me.
the clock. The Bears are now on the clock.
What happened,
The
Lucas?
Eagles are now on the clock.
That's good.
The Saints are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock.
Oh yeah, baby, that's a good pick. Yeah, bro, it's like I try to do like a day to like a day and a half type shit. Like, it just depends, bro. I'll be judging by like, I mean, if both niggas really trying to play, I mean, and they can't find a time to play, I'll give niggas some extra time. But like, I'll just judge it. And sometimes I'll be like, fuck yo, I'm seeing this shit. It just depends how the league moves. You know what I mean? Like if everybody play their game, or the last game, like sometimes it might be, I mean, half a day. Like if everybody play their game and you the last game, you know, some turkey, like both of y'all didn't text me back, I'm like, all right, bet I'm simming this joint. You know what I mean? And at the most, bro, just say something. You know what I mean? Because if you don't say nothing, I'm just gonna give you the L. But I try to judge it like the best. Like if both y'all niggas got some shit to do, you know what I mean, I'll do a fair scene. Or if the one nigga's hitting you, he not saying nothing, I'm gonna give you an automatic dub. But for the most part, most niggas play their games and get out the way. We be done with the day.
The Chiefs are now on the clock.
No, that's cool. I mean, I know you ready after like 6 every day. Like, you know what I mean? I'm the commit, so I already know that because I'm the one putting y'all niggas in the group message. I'm like, yo, bro's gonna be ready around 6 or 7 tonight. You know, very nice. Yeah, just hit me. You ain't never, cuz
The Steelers are now on the clock.
Bro, I'm about no, I'm simming this joint right now, bro.
Hold up, bro. Yeah,
The Lions are
My
now
fault,
on
bro.
the
You
clock.
be the commit, bro. I'm gonna get your
The
picks and everything.
Vikings are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock.
Yeah, you are horny. You probably could have did that shit for me.
If you ain't a winner, then don't come round. On my way to another
Bro, I just found my pen that my girl, bro, I just found my pen that my girl's been hiding for like 8 months, nigga. I'm cooked.
The Lions are now on the clock.
Yeah, JV don't need any more picks anyway, cuz he cool. Bro, I seen this nigga Jabby his lineup, bro. That joint OC.
The Chiefs are now on the clock. The Cardinals are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock.
Niggas trying to grab the fastest nigga in the draft and shit with their last pick. They low.
The Cowboys are now on the clock.
That's true. Yeah, I think. Oh, Jeffrey Simmons on the board? Bet. That's a good pick.
The Giants are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock.
I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone.
The Titans are now on the clock.
I do my dance, jump in the stands.
The Eagles
No,
are now on the clock.
I may do my pick for this round. Is this in?
I do what I want.
It's just in
The
with the
Bears are
Steelers.
now on the clock.
Put in the gas. I will not crash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard
About to.
dash. 100 yard dash.
The Raiders are now on the clock.
They can't catch up because they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damage.
Wait, where's Shay?
The Redskins are now on the clock.
Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game.
At the end of this joint.
The Falcons are now on the clock.
I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash.
Who the hell is Chocoholic? He's been on the whole time. He hasn't even.
Copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance, jump in the stands.
The Panthers are now on the clock.
Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want.
Yo, hold on, I can't. Bro, I don't feel like arguing with Duke's dumb ass right now, yo. Let's let him go. He's gonna call me. Dumb shit.
The Ravens are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock.
I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best because I am.
The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock.
It's all about making the game.
The 49ers are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock.
See my route took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on.
Oh, that girl, you know that girl still like you, Luffy? Haley. Haley. Give that girl a chance. Did you just say that? Oh.
Damn, it's 1:30.
Tomorrow draft. Commish, bro. You know the
Bro, that's the most people I ever had to draft, though, bro. Come on, Juan. It's usually like 12 heads.
Yeah, bro, you held it down, bro. That was
It's usually like 12 heads, bro. We had 20-some niggas drafted and probably like 6 dropped out. At the most.
Yeah. You gotta pull it.
Alright, 7, bro. You always flexing.
Ask Lucas if he has some extra trunks. For me, obvious, I just asked you. What color?
can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass.
Yo, why always grab his white cuts? I don't want him.
That's on one short.
I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, mad.
Oh yeah,
you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Mad 20, Snoop Dogg is. I get it.
We should make some. We need to get some Gatorade bottles.
I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, big Snoop Dogg got a man.
Actually, I can't because I'm thinking about.
You don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama, and tell your daddy, and tell the whole damn world it's Madden territory. Tell your mama, and tell your daddy, and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none.
Oh, that big bottle.
And I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass.
Oh, so we about to play the preseason game?
Oh no, sir, bro. I'm about to simulate this joint right now.
Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is. Now get it. Big Snoop Dogg. It's in the game.
Oh man, that's a big blow.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, all on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, all on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They say you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I told no risk. My bitch, you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the haters, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, Be liking my flavor, I think it's cause
What do you say?
Since I blew, they all on my. Hey, back then, they know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long. I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex slick, then hit with the. Back then, used to out the zip. Blow out the back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these 4 things, pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
Alright, bro. Send me the show.
We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons. And ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored.
Some bad shit.
No conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
Playing Steelers first, right? That's Cinco. Cinco already.
Yeah. Okay. $30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same.
Oh, you got the Steelers. Oh, that's my man Tone. Tone here.
Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room.
I don't know what to say. I'm done answering your question.
Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes.
Alright, I'm done going back and forth, bro. I gotta do my shit right now.
Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you can play it, but it will be an automatic. It's an automatic forcing this computer. But if you play and lose, I can't undo it.
Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want
so what?
Now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge.
Yeah, you just gotta wait. You have to wait till like whenever it's done.
Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel.
That should be ass, but that's why we trying to get. That's why I'm trying to get 32 people in here, so everybody's in the game.
How come I need rest? No recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables. Now half the meals.
Somebody Eagles in here?
Half the Emerson reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes.
Most the Eagles.
That's what happens when you got dreams close.
Then I'm gonna go to sleep.
All your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they thinking. They don't even gotta say it. No, they thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't
more niggas in this joint, more fucking text messages and shit.
No change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might